Hello friends, welcome to S. Kumar IS. We hope that your preparation is going on full swing. We were studying political science series and we completed Western political thought, then political theory, and then we started the topic of rights. In rights, we already studied two lectures. If you have any doubt, please do ask in the comment box. We shall personally answer. And on the request of the students, we are continuing the series of rights. And today we shall try to complete the topic, or if something remains, we'll study in the next lecture. So without much delay, आज की कथा को शुरू करते हैं. So today we are going to study the three generations of rights. What are the three generations? There is also one question asked in the civil services mains that what are the different generations of right? So Karel Vasek, this is the guy. He divides the generation of rights into mainly three generations of rights. The first one is political and civil rights, second generation socio-economic rights, and third is group rights, cultural or collective rights. For example, multiculturalism, communitarianism, and for example, French Revolution advocated liberty, fraternity, and equality. So, I think it is self-explanatory. No need to explain much that how the first generation is political and civil, then socio-economic, then cultural or group rights. Cultural or group rights, it's basically the concept of the modern time. Will Kimlicka's multiculturalism, communitarianism. For example, here comes also the Harvard scholar Michael Sandel. So they all are they focus on society, community, and cultural rights. Political and civil rights, I think political rights, they are very much explained and they are very much covered in French Revolution, that we should have liberty, we should have fraternity, we should have equality. Socio-economic rights, basically we can see with the workers' movement. And the things like wages, things like working conditions, and minimum wages, working conditions, social security, etc. They are covered under socio-economic rights, and different social group they comes, and like in India, in Indian context, but here the context is quite different. Karel Vasek is talking about different three generations, so let us not mix up the Indian rights and all. So we can say that the rights, the concept of rights is quite contested concept, and it is highly politicized concept, and this is essentially part of liberal discourse. The rights question comes from the liberal scholars theory, what we studied in Western political thought, the theories of J.S. Mill, or before that John Locke, father of liberalism. So rights basically are part of liberal discourse, and for the authoritarian states, more than rights, there is focus on duties. I have covered few points for rights versus duties, and we'll see them later on. And it is said that excessive inflow of human rights in political system is bad currency of human rights. So that basically means that it is excessive inflow of human rights in political system is bad currency of human rights. I mean, human rights, we hear this term so many times and it has different interpretations. it has different interpretations as per the different states, specifically in the context of international politics and international law. So, the if there are different interpretations, different countries will have different meaning for human rights. For example, for China, the issue of Xinjiang, whatever they are doing, it's not violation of human rights. But for the Western liberal democracies, it is violation of human rights. So it's quite subjective concept of human rights, and that's why it is said that excessive inflow of human right in political system is bad currency of human rights, because all the parties want to exploit the another one. All parties, whether they are having gold standards of human rights or not, gold standard of human rights or not, all parties, they just you know, they just want to utilize the concept of human rights in different contexts for their own petty benefits. Like USA, it may violate human rights in Middle East, but at the same time US is the champion of liberal democracies and as such human rights. In fact, United States preach others on human rights. United States actually preach other countries on human rights, but it itself has dubious record on human rights. So now we can, as a summary, we can say that what are the total main criticisms. The first one is that there is absence of consensus on the concept of human rights. For example, clash of civilization, it says that in so-called liberal democracy or so-called discourse of right of Western liberal democracies, discourse of rights, you know, the liberal democracies, they just want to interfere in the domestic affairs of the developing countries. That is the concept of clash of civilization. Samuel P. Huntington. Clash of Civilization was given by Samuel P. Huntington, and it shows that the history of mankind is basically the clash of different civilizations. But Asian values and the counter theory is given for clash of civilization, that it is just a Western project, the project of Western countries. The another one we can see the concept of women rights. It is also very much contested. Hillary Clinton says that human rights are equal to women rights. Then cultural imperialism. Cultural imperialism, it is almost similar point of clash of civilization, that Asian values of Mahathir Mohamad, they says that Asia has its peculiar and special values. Peculiar and special values. And the Western democracies, they are just try to impose their ideas and concept of rights on the developing countries. And the more we can see that the right should be the part of discourse before or after birth. For example, feminists support abortion, but few people also argue that what about the rights of the kid? So it is also hotly debated topic that there should be concept of right only after birth or before birth also. Then West criticizes China, Russia, but ignores Israel. So That itself is a double standard. That West criticizes China and Russia, but it ignores Israel. And the next question, does terrorists deserve to be humans? So all these theories are called Eurocentric theories because the root and the main premise or the architecture behind which we are studying is very much related to Europe's history, culture, or politics. So they are just Eurocentric theories. It may not be very much effective for the developing world. So next topic is multiculturalism, which we shall study in our next class. So we hope that you are enjoying our lectures. If you find them useful, please do like the videos, please subscribe the channel, and please spread the videos like wildfire, because everybody cannot afford the costly coaching in Delhi. Friends, if you have any doubt, please do ask in the comment box. I shall personally answer each of your query. And till next class, stay connected and work hard, guys. We shall make it, and we will try our best to give you the top quality content of political science, so that you can come out with flying colors. Thank you so much for coming to S. Kumar IAS.